back, everybody. We were all like, where are the Osbournes?
Okay, please tell me the fucking kids aren't part of this.
Oh, boy.
Oh, they most certainly are.
Oh, wait, they're like 46 now. I guess I shouldn't call them kids.
Jack's running the show.
Yes, Jack's running the show. Kelly is 38. And I'm going to play your clip first here, Eric.
Okay.
Your first clip, because this is what I could not take my eyes off of the entire time I was watching this podcast. You picked up on the exact same thing I did. I was like in shock about what's going on with Kelly.
Okay. First of all,
the Osbournes podcast is back. It's going to be back more permanently now, and we're starting something called Osbourne Media House.
What does that mean, Osbourne Media?
So what we're going to do is we're going to create a
channel.
Yeah, it's basically our own web channel where people can get all the content we own, which is the original Osbourne series, which hasn't been seen since it went off the air, and a bunch of other stuff that we've, mother and father have collected over the years, show-wise, and then everyone's podcast is going to be housed on there. Kelly, what is your podcast going to be about?
All right now. Won't you listen?
Okay.
Kelly, there was a bat in the fridge. What happened to the bat in the fridge, Kelly?
She looks exactly like him.
Yes.
That is unbelievable.
It's crazy. And she wears the same makeup, too. It's not helping anything.
It was like the cover of Diary of a Madman.
Yes.
Holy shit.
And she just had a ton of work done. I thought she got a new head, and she still looks like Ozzy. I mean, really.
What's interesting about this, guys, is I don't have an example of it here. There's a million things we can talk about, but they have these awkward ads that they run, and when the ads hit, Kelly looks different, okay? And I don't know if they recorded them like right after the work, but that was all very, very strange. One of the things about the show, though, is with Jack running it, he's trying to like be in charge. He turns to Kelly, says, hey, tell me about your podcast. And she's become not only looking like Ozzy, but she bumbles around.
Yes. I have this clip where she explains what her podcast, because all of them have their own podcast on this new network.
If you remember on the old Osbourne show, Ozzy, the fun of the show was Ozzy running into shit and he can't talk. That's her now.
We will be talking about everything. I don't want anything to be off limits.
Okay.
I love any show where nothing is off limits. Finally a podcast where nothing is off limits.
Translation, she has no idea she's even supposed to do a podcast.
No.
Jack is running the show, but I want to go back on that first clip. There was on the wide shot, before Jack asked Kelly about what her show is going to be about, on my cut two, she's struggling with those fucking headphones just the same way Ozzy would struggle with anything. My cut two, Carl.
The light in the window is a crack in the sky.
She doesn't know how they work.
No, she was confused by it. She's like, there's sounds coming out of these goddamn things.
Black magic.
This is the only show where you have arguably the greatest, one of the greatest performers on the planet, and these two assholes muck it up with all this bullshit. It's so frustrating.
Oh, greatest performer on the planet? All right, I have a clip. Let's try to figure out what language Ozzy is speaking.
Okay, great.
Let's see if anyone can translate this nonsense.
Literally.
Have you still got your van?
I have my Sprinter van. I don't have my minivan.
What was on I saw?
The Sprinter van.
Is it the one you have?
Yeah.
What was on you still got rid of?
And the kids know what he's saying. That's the amazing part. It's like, yep, no, I know, you're right.
What's interesting, though, if you went back 40 years, he sounded the same then. Okay?
Maybe it's the accent that's throwing me off. I have another example before we move on from this of Ozzy gibberish. He should be on a podcast.
She's good, Pearl. She got over there anyway. Remember she took her on that train? She was great.
Yeah.
God damn.
He's fluent in Esperanto.
He's the only one worth listening to, too. That's the sad thing.
Exactly.
In the family.
He's sitting there trying to talk about, I work with Bill Ward, Bill Ward, Black Sabbath. And they're like, yeah, shut up, Dad. We want to talk about fucking minivan.
Yeah. So Jack is going around the room asking what everyone's podcast is going to be about because they're trying to tease all these shows you can get on their new network, their new media company that they're launching. And so let's find out what Ozzy's show is going to be about.
Oh, I made the announcement earlier that I've done to it. I sat down after that and I go, what now?
Yeah.
I'm not,
Yeah.
I don't do anything else. I'm not interested in anything else.
No, that's enough.
Music is, to put in one word, it's been my life.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know how to do it.
Fucking Mel Tillis.
Bobby Ozzy Osbourne. I mean, I've made a lot of records, and they've all been successes.
All right, so everyone get out your phone, go to your favorite podcasting app, hit subscribe to Ozzy Osbourne's new show. It's going to be fan-fucking-tastic. I can't wait.
That makes Dick Clark on New Year's Eve at the end sound pretty lucid, doesn't
Oh,
it?
yeah.
Jesus
Wow.
Christ.
Holy shit.
9, 8,
Not too
12, 62.
Down she goes.
Hike.
Ryan.
Dr. Steve, what do you want to talk about, buddy?
Well, yeah, I mean, he has Parkinson's disease. He's
Right.
talked about that.
Yep.
But I think this is even more interesting. Is my Steve 5, and then I'll comment on it.
Okay.
2750.
Why do dogs do that? I've often wondered why dogs love to do it.
Well, I think there's something
people
wrong.
lick arseholes, so
Yeah, but not every day.
well, some people do.
Yeah, that's facts, Mum.
What?
It's facts.
It's a fact of
arsehole.
life.
I don't fucking lick an arsehole.
Okay.
I guarantee you've licked Mum's asshole.
Oh my God.
I guarantee I
That's what
fucking have not.
Okay.
So Ozzy has snorted ants.
Yep.
He's bit the head off a bat, drank his own piss. He won't go a mile. Oh, shit.
Did you fuck that up?
We know where you were going.
He won't go within a mile of Sharon's asshole.
God damn it. Bring it home, Steve. Fuck. You were right there.
Hey, Eric Zane, he has a job on Sirius XM. How much does that piss you off?
That was still worth it, though.
National radio show host, Dr. Steve.
Ah,
Weird
damn
medicine,
it.
everyone.
Oh, come on. It was
Fuck
the
it.
rally that was the best part.
Flush it. Yes, you did fine.
Try another one.
All right, so I'm going to play the next clip after that
Okay, well,
because that transitions into one of those ad reads we were
that's
talking
correct.
about.
Well,
Yeah.
this one, Ozzy makes an indecent proposal to Sharon. Then Jack saves the day with a product we will all need after hearing this.
We lick my arsehole tonight.
Shut up.
I feel romantic.
So, outside of going to rehab, I
just
had
go
a
to bed, darling.
baby. Oh my god, enough!
Ozzy.
Fuck.
This episode is brought to you by Blue Chew. It actually might be one of my new favorite companies, seeing as just about to get married.
So
Shit.
I was thinking about
fuck.
Sharon Osbourne's asshole, and Blue Chew is not working. Sorry. I know Opie says it works, but can't get that out of my head.
Wow. Oh, that's intense. We need a palate cleanser, for fuck's sake. Ozzy looking Sharon's looking great, by the way.
She does.
Are you a boner guy?
All right. So Ozzy's talking about how he just won a Grammy for Best Rock Album. Everybody has the new Ozzy album, right?
Oh, yeah.
Fucking Grammys.
Yeah, it's got
Jesus Christ.
track one.
Yeah, that's great. I actually saw Ozzy perform one of his new songs when I was at the LA Rams game last year. I know, I was there for the Bills. The Bills won. It was great. It was a good time.
Boob, the
What?
Bills.
What? How dare you? And poor Ozzy. They had to bring him out in one of the stages and then raise him up in an elevator to stand there and hold on to the microphone so he didn't fall over. And then they lowered him back down and dragged him off. So Ozzy's got a tough thing going on right now. He's a Grammy winner and he can't gig with his amazing album.
I mean, I got the award, but I couldn't do a gig right now. I'm working towards it. I've been having vocal. This girl coming and Do my vocal cords.
What? Who takes a sip in the middle of a sentence?
John!
Yeah. Skull! So anyway, producer Chris, remember we were coming up here earlier and...
Yeah.
All right. So what the show format is they go around and they ask everyone what they've been up to the last 5 years since they've had a show. And spoiler, nothing. So it turns out that Ozzy, not in the greatest of health, Dr. Steve. Turns out, his lifestyle hasn't made him a very healthy 74-year-old man.
Correct.
And this literally sounds like hanging out with my parents. I don't know why they think this is a show. This is depressing, and I don't want to hear about any of the shit that they're talking about out here. Oh, wait, hold on. I'm not grabbing the clip correctly.
This is going crazy.
No, Daddy, we called the guy that was taking care at the time of Ozzy's Parkinson diagnosis. So we called him and we said, no, okay, let me back up here. The hospital, he went to Cedars-Sinai emergency room when we called the ambulance, and because that's the nearest hospital to where we live. So they took him into Cedars emergency room. It was a Friday night. It was absolutely packed.
So Vietnam, it was like...
People...
Oh, yeah, Nana?
Wow.
Is Grab's gonna be okay, Nana?
Yes. Oh, my God.
It's brutal, these conversations.
It takes so long.
Yes.
Jesus.
There's nothing without Ozzy. He is everything, so they're suckling off of him 5 years later, and
Right.
he had little left 5 years ago.
Correct.
Sounds pretty hopeless to me.
It's embarrassing. This is the Prince of Darkness. There's a whole generations of people who just think this guy is a bumbling, stuttering fool now.
Can you imagine if he did a show with Mitch McConnell? Motherfucker.
That I would tune in for sure. All right, so they're complaining. So what Ozzy did is, I guess he fell on his face. And the way he explains this, there's no way this is what happened. No. He goes, got up from bed, went to the bathroom, it was dark. He went to get back into bed, missed the bed, and face planted. Who gets into their bed face first? Never heard of such a thing. But this guy missed his bed and face planted, never put his arms out, smashed his face. So then they went to the doctor and they performed surgery. And I guess they're not happy with the surgery that they got, and they're threatening a lawsuit.
Yeah, I mean, like, this guy's fucking clicking his heels down to Prada, and fucking, Dad's having to cancel tours. It's like, it's ridiculous.
Well, we can have him as the doctor that fucked Ozzy up.
Yeah.
What?
Guys, I think Ozzy's the guy who fucked Ozzy up. I think the surgeon's gonna win that lawsuit.
Oh, Jesus. Carl, he doesn't listen as well. He's not listening.
No.
Like that was a perfect example of it, but he asked questions about things that have already been revealed like 5 seconds earlier. And the great example of that is my cut 3 of Ozzy not paying attention about Kelly's podcast. She wants to do a podcast with her buddy Daniel, who's a singer.
Yes.
Right. I had this one.
We're still in development, but it will be with my best friend Daniel, who is absolutely hilarious. He's a very talented actor, and I also think he should be a musician because he can sing.
You could call it KD.
Maybe. That would be fun, actually.
KD.
Yeah, because Kelly and Daniel, KD.
What,
Kelly and Daniel are going to release an album together.
Does Daniel sing?
Yep.
Did she say that they have a podcast in development?
Yes, it's in development.
What the fuck does that mean?
Well, what you want to do when you're promoting something is not have it readily available yet. It's
I
always
see.
a good thing, yes.
I'm telling you, this was all a surprise to her. She just walked in. They were sitting. They had 3 the tables and the microphone. She just walked in. This is all new to her.
So she explains what she's been up to. Drugs and alcohol. Yeah. So they sent her to rehab, and she's out of rehab. And then she got knocked up, and now she has a kid. And all she wants to do is talk about her kid. These are the worst conversations ever. You got grandma and grandpa complaining about their ailments. You got these people who have kids. They want to talk about their babies and all the shit that's going on with them. And so this is Kelly's talk about her son. Always fascinating material.
Oh, great.
The love explosion that you feel when you have your own kid.
Yeah.
It's the most incredible feeling in the entire world. It made me cry, and I know it was hormonal. For like the first month of his life, I couldn't look at him without just tearing up because I love him so much, and he's magic.
Boring.
Chris and I had the same thought right there. We were overlapping boring right there.
I've never seen anyone that loved their own baby that much.
I know,
That's weird.
finally. So I was wondering, who knocked this monster up? Who the fuck got near
D.
Ozzy?
That's gross.
It turns out it's a guy named Sid Wilson from Slipknot.
Oh.
A guy from Slipknot decided to knock up. I guess Slipknot said album sales are down. He's like, I need some of that Ozzy money.
How fucked up was he? Oh my God.
So I want to fast forward to the end of the show, and Kelly does not want to be there. And like you said, I think she was surprised she was even there in the first place. She didn't know what was going on. So she explains she's ready to go.
Can I, on that note, can I go back to my baby now?
You can go back to your baby now. We're going to wrap
Thank
this
Oh,
up.
this is Ozzy saying goodbye for now.
Kelly, why would you think other people would want to watch this if you don't want to be there? Don't you realize that you saying, can we fucking end this thing now, makes it seem like maybe it's not that interesting?
Wow.
Oh, my
Yeah.
God.
It's not a great look.
Kind of like Jimmy Fallon trying to leave Strikeforce 5.
Yes.
Texting the other people on the show.
All right, I
I'm
gotta
done.
go.
Well, Carl, we got to wrap this up.
Yeah, we do, Eric. That's true. Dr. Steve, I want to talk to you about these surgeries that Ozzy had.
Okay.
He's got some back problems. They want to sue the surgeon.
Sure.
You know a thing or two about medicine. I know you're a model.
Correct.
Can you tell us a little
Could have
bit?
been a model.
Can you tell us a little bit about what Ozzy's going through and maybe your assessment of it? Everyone loves this part of the show when Dr.
Yeah,
Steve gets
the
really
serious
analytical.
part.
Yep.
The
All right,
one-
let's get into it.
When I get to be a bummer. Yeah, so the success of spinal surgery is usually around 60 to 80%. And then if you have a second one, it's about 30%, 15 for the third, and about 5% if you have a fourth procedure. So this is a risky procedure under any circumstances.
What if you've been furiously abusing drugs and alcohol for a long time? Would that make it worse?
What if?
Yeah, what if? The hypothetical. And then, he's got the Parkinson's, so when he fell, I'm sure, Carl was making fun of him, but he probably couldn't put his hands out because that's part of the Parkinson's that makes him.
I know. Normally,
What an asshole.
I normally don't make fun of people, but
What
I
an
thought 'cause it's a
asshole.
live show.
Ha ha! He fell on his face, fucking dick.
I thought I'd let my hair down.
He's got Parkinson's. He can't help himself.
Did you guys see Drew limping earlier? Ha ha! His hips fucked up.
Let's go push some people down the stairs in a wheelchair. It's great. Ha! Carl, what a fuck.
All right, so Dr. Steve, this is your track 7.
Normally such a benevolent show.
I know, right? We're changing things up here in Ferndale.
Yeah,
for
this
you.
will lighten it up a
a
little bit.
shock
Track
jock.
7.
So this is fun because they've decided they're going to be a media empire, the Osbournes.
They've got some ideas.
Yeah, they got some ideas. They need to start hiring, and I know just the guy for this job.
I think we ought to do Osborne News, like E-News.
Osborne News.
We should have.
Wait, do we get to make up bullshit then? Just like
Sure.
just like
we
every
should-
other news
No,
network.
we should have somebody that works for us with camera in the street, and we should have our representative go to premieres, get on the red carpet, ask loads of questions.
Yeah, let Stuttering John know. They're looking to hire a Stuttering John.
Stuttering John, are you hearing this? They need you. The pay is 0, but whatever. What's the difference at this point?
What a match. I like how this has gone from a podcast to like a brainstorming session. they're like spitballing shit.
Yeah. What if we were entertaining for a minute or two? Well, let's slow down.
Slow down.
Let's not
Fuck
get there
that.
quite yet. All right, so they're having these conversations and they're talking about their lives and everything else, and then Ozzy, for some reason, just brings this up out of nowhere, and none of them were ready for this.
We could, if we wanted that, we could do that.
Can I just throw something in the works? I just to do, but what do you think's going to end with this gun thing in America?
Oh boy, that's a pivot.
So the Osbournes are going to solve gun violence in America on their premiere episode of the Osbournes. Now, I just want to point this out. Anyone who is a fan of the reality show, do you see how much editing there is in reality programming to make these guys interesting and entertaining? I knew when they put out podcasts, I'm like, oh, this can't be good. This is going to be a disaster. And I was right for once. Yeah. Go figure.
Well, Kelly's just in development, remember?
That's true. That's
They're working hard on
I
it.
haven't figured that out yet.
Yeah, that just means somebody said, do you want to do a podcast?
Her best
That's
friend.
in development.
Her best friend is also a singer. Could be a musician, she said. Could
And
be.
he's
Can't
funny.
wait.
And it would be fun to name it KD. What's fun about it?
Yeah.
How is that fun?
I have no idea. I have no idea. I don't know why facts are fun.
Very
I don't know why
clever.
letters are fun.
Very clever. KD. Like, that's part of their names, guys.
Yes. Each one's initial.
Yeah,
No, I got it.
That's fun.
Eric, I'm sorry. I understood. That wasn't the problem. I just didn't think it was fun.
Oh, okay.
Who are these podcasts?